What would you do if you came home early from the hospital and found your wife tangled in your bedsheets with another man? No warning. No time to prepare. One moment, you're holding flowers, thinking about dinner and a movie. Next, you're watching the life you thought you had shatter in slow motion. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. That's exactly what happened to me. My name's David, 35. I just had minor surgery, nothing life-threatening, but enough to knock me out for a few days. The plan was to stay another night for observation. But by some stroke of luck, or maybe fate, the doctor gave me the green light to leave early. I wanted to surprise my wife, Amanda. Do something spontaneous, kind, thoughtful. She hadn't been visiting much, and something in me thought this gesture might bridge the growing distance. I was wrong. I came home to a silence that felt too quiet. The door was unlocked. Music was playing. And the first thing I noticed was a jacket on the hook. Not mine. Not Amanda's. Then I heard it. Laughter. Upstairs. What I saw next changed everything. But I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I walked out without a word. And then, I started planning. Have you ever felt your world slow down? Not in some poetic, dreamy way, but like your brain refuses to process what your eyes are seeing? That was me. Standing in the hallway of my own home, still wearing a hospital wristband, clutching a bouquet like an idiot. The house smelled like wine. Music echoed softly from upstairs. Something jazzy. Not Amanda's usual taste. Weird, right? Then I saw it. A men's leather jacket I didn't recognize. Still warm from someone recently wearing it. My gut dropped before my mind caught up. I called out, "Amanda!" Nothing. I climbed the stairs slowly, my stitches pulling with every step. You'd think adrenaline would have numbed the pain. Didn't. Then I heard it. Laughter. Hers. I opened the bedroom door, and there they were. Amanda. And Rick. Shirtless. Tangled. Startled. He scrambled like a cockroach under kitchen lights. She gasped. Said my name. Reached for the sheet like it mattered. And me? I just stood there. There's a moment, right before heartbreak hits, where everything feels suspended, like the universe holds its breath. I didn't say a word, didn't throw the flowers, didn't scream. I turned around, walked back down the stairs, closed the door behind me. But what I did next, they never saw coming. Some people yell. Some people throw punches. Me? I opened my banking app. Tell me, how do you punish betrayal? Do you shout? Burn things? Or do you do what they don't expect? Because silence can be a weapon. And I was about to sharpen mine. The second I stepped into my car, parked just down the street, I took a breath. Not to calm down, but to focus. I wasn't about to fall apart. I was about to become methodical. First stop, the bank. Amanda and I shared 4 accounts, 2 credit cards, 1 emergency fund. I froze every card, transferred my portion into a private account I'd opened months ago when things between us started feeling off. Then I called the locksmith. "Can you be at my place in an hour?" He was. While he changed the locks, I packed a single overnight bag and quietly walked out. No note. No confrontation. No warning. I didn't want to hear her excuses. I didn't want her crocodile tears. I just wanted to erase myself from the equation before she even realized the game had changed. She thought she'd won, that I'd crumble, maybe even beg. But by the time she tried to come home, everything she knew would be gone. And that was just the beginning. Have you ever watched someone realize in real time that their entire world just vanished? That night, Amanda came home smiling. She thought the day was hers, that I was still stuck in a hospital bed. None the wiser. She even whistled on the front steps, like it was just another casual Tuesday. Then her key didn't work. You could see the confusion creep in. She tried again, and again. Her smile faded fast. Her hands started shaking. She rang the doorbell. Knocked. No answer. She pulled out her phone. Call number 1. Then number 2. Then number 7. Then the text started. "Where are you? Why is my key not working?" And I watched it all from 2 blocks away, sitting in my car, parked under a tree. By call number 15, she sounded panicked. By call number 30, she was crying. By call number 47, she was whispering through her teeth, "Please, David, please just talk to me. I messed up. I know. Please come home." But I wasn't going to come home, because home wasn't home anymore. It was a crime scene I cleaned up with cold precision. You know the crazy part? She still had no idea I'd touched the money, or what I left behind. That part was next. What do you give the person who wrecked your heart? Flowers? Forgiveness? No. You give them the truth wrapped in silence. I checked into a small hotel on the edge of town. Nothing fancy, just a quiet room, one window, and the kind of stillness that makes you hear your own thoughts too clearly. I didn't turn on the TV. I didn't scroll my phone. I just stared at the hospital bracelet still on my wrist, the reminder of where I should have been instead of here, watching everything fall apart. The next morning I wrote a letter. 1 page. No anger. No insults. Just facts. Amanda, I saw everything. I heard enough. But I want you to see it too. I slipped a USB drive inside. The home security footage. Every visit Rick had made. Every lie she thought went unnoticed. I sealed the envelope and left it with the hotel concierge, knowing she'd find out where I was eventually. And when she did, she'd get that envelope. She'd plug it in. And she'd realize every secret she buried had already been dug up. That night, my phone buzzed again. Her message was short. "You didn't have to destroy me like this." I typed one reply. "You already did." Then I turned off my phone. But the silence that followed said everything. Silence can feel violent when it's earned. I didn't scream. I didn't argue. I didn't chase closure like some desperate fool. I let her sit in it. The silence, the unanswered calls, the frozen bank accounts, the locked front door. I let her live in the wreckage she created. And I lived. I started over. 1 day turned into 3. Then a week. I stayed in that hotel longer than I needed to, not because I was hiding, but because peace was finally louder than pain. I began therapy, got a new apartment, bought a plant. Yeah, a plant. Something alive, honest, rooted, something I could trust to grow as long as I gave it care. Amanda never got a second chance. Not because I hated her, but because I respected myself too much to let her back in. People ask me, "Do you regret not hearing her out?" No. When someone shows you who they are, believe it. When they lie with their mouth and their body, you don't need more words, you need distance. So if you've ever been betrayed, ask yourself this: would you rather break or disappear? Because me, I chose to vanish. And in that silence, I found everything. If you've been there, drop a broken heart in the comments. Let them feel it.